Welcome to today's episode of Taking Out an Asbestos Pipe. The best episode ever because this is going to get disgustingly dirty.
Yes, that's correct. We will be taking out an asbestos waste pipe, but we will also be taking out asbestos tiled floor. And I will also be heading up the scaffolding, up to the chimney, but before I can show you that, I need to update you on some plans. In the last video, you saw us bricking up some windows, and we also talked about not being able to fully remove the chimney. This is due to the overhead power cables that are attached to it. But we have since spoken to a structural engineer and he has drawn us up some new plans. To take some weight off the chimney, we'll still be taking it down up to where the electricity cables are. But the solution is to suspend the chimney. For this, we need 2 long RSJs and 2 shorter RSJs. These big steels will sit in between concrete posts and the load-bearing wall on the first floor. These concrete posts literally hold our walls together, and it's got the ceiling joist on top of it as well. If the steels would be the usual shape, it would actually poke through the roof. So our structural engineer came up with some interesting drawings. This just means cut a little bit of the edge of the steel and you've got it. Now onto the real work, asbestos removal. When we got the property, we knew there were bits of asbestos. However, the report only said cement pipe and presumed soffits, but they didn't say anything about the tiles. But we'll get to that in a moment. First, let's focus on this disgusting bathroom. To get more space to work with, we just needed to get rid of this bathroom. And it's highly likely that the T-splitter, that right there, actually might also be asbestos. Once we got rid of all of that, we went into the loft to try and remove the asbestos pipe with a reciprocating saw. And let me tell you now, that did not work.
Right, that didn't go through, so we went to Screwfix and we bought another tool. This is my tool now.
And that worked a treat, because we didn't have to be there for very long. We literally just sliced down the cement pipe in multiple locations and just pulled it down. Now let's talk about how scary it actually is to remove asbestos. If your asbestos is low risk just like ours, it is not scary at all. It's just very important that you wear a face mask, wear protective clothing, and cover your eyes. And then just make sure that you put the asbestos away and cover it up properly. But more on that later. Oh, it just broke. Beautiful. So great, we've removed the asbestos, but what now? We can't just dump it. So this is where your local council comes in. Our local council works with BIFA. For a removal fee, BIFA will come and collect your asbestos, or any other hazardous waste. There are a couple of rules to think about. For example, the types of asbestos accepted, the asbestos items that are not accepted, and then how to wrap and present the asbestos items you want to dispose of. It looks like a lot of work, but don't worry, it genuinely isn't. And one day, I came to the property to remove asbestos tiles, and I ended up realizing I'm dressed like a minion. And to be honest, it suits me because I do mess up things all the time. Most of these tiles were so easy to remove, they just came out by themselves. Unfortunately, the edges were so stuck, I literally did not know how to get them off. And by hand, it was taking me forever. So I had to get the big guns out.
So that is how you get rid of a asbestos tiled floor, which is in lots of these old homes. If it doesn't just come off easily and doesn't go easily by hand, then you just stick an SES drill with Brad, or you just hire Brad. That's it. So yeah, pretty pleased. Now the whole kitchen though, we still need to get the vinyl off for in the kitchen, and then we need to get the asbestos tiles from underneath, so that was going to be another challenge. But right now I've put the asbestos tiles in a bag, and that is going to be sealed up properly together with the other bits that I've already sealed up. And I'm going to get that picked up.
Now it's time to tidy up the kitchen so we can actually get rid of the floor. And although I am not afraid of showing you my performance skills, I'll be keeping this one from you today. But bonus points to whoever guesses what song I was singing. It was so hard to get all of this off. It was really difficult to remove the vinyl of the tiles and then the tiles on top of that as well. This work is quite physical. Genuinely, it doesn't seem like much, but it gets you warm very quickly. And working with a face mask and goggles, ooh, it just gets steamy.
Oh, there's more asbestos tiles on this floor here. I love this house so much. There's asbestos tiles everywhere. Everywhere, 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 everywhere.
And as you can hear from my singing frustration, I really did not know that there were more asbestos tiles, so obviously I was very happy. Now this went on, and on, and on, until the boys finally returned and I got on with something else.
Brad has taken over, because, yeah, well done.
Oh yes, we're getting there.
This probably looked like we did this in a couple of hours, but that's not true. We took about a day and a bit, then proceeded with demolishing the rest of the floor. But before we can show you that, let's go to the chimney. I'm going to crack on with getting the chimney down this morning because I'm trying to lower it down. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I've never done that before. So hopefully I can just leave the bottom or the top bit and take it off and then put it back on where I've taken down the bricks. Now we're also waiting for a skip this morning that has not arrived yet. So hopefully it will come soon so we can also start clearing out the house the rest of the day, see how we can manage our time. So as you can see, I've just found this roof tile. Like this. So this is actually how it's supposed to be. So right now this could do, because it was all the way, it's gone all the way down, because I think this thing fell on it and it broke it. So right now I can sort of leave it like that, but water is still going to go in here, and obviously it's going to, like, I don't think anything's massively been deteriorated because of it. I hope not. But yeah, it's not great news, so I need to replace this specific roof tile. So yes, we have a cracked roof tile and we need to fix that ASAP. But first, let's get rid of this rubbish. This house has so many satellites. It's one on the front of the house, one in the loft, two on the chimney, and there was one at the back. How many satellites do you need? It wasn't completely easy taking these satellites off, but it wasn't the hardest work. It was just getting to the other side of the chimney that was the scariest. I feel myself talking for a very long time, and I did not realize the wind was so strong that nobody can really hear me. So you're getting another voiceover by yours truly. What I'm trying to say now is that is where I wanted to go. I'm going to take all of that off from the top down and stop somewhere above the electricity cables. So let's stop the talking and let's start doing some actual work. This is a lot harder than it looks, but we'll get there. Now I've just removed lots of mortar in between the stones to see if I can get some movement, and here you go, this is the result. Focus is now to get the top slab off the chimney. Earlier we took off the chimney cover and took off the aluminium tube that was inside the actual chimney, which is like a flue. I'm sure we'll come back later down in the video, but for now, let me just throw my phone off the roof, because why not?
So I just hear Oh shit. Whereabouts is it?
It's literally just there.
And after Brad once again saved me, it was time to crack on and actually get this thing done, because it was taking way more time than I thought it was going to take me. DIY means do it yourself, but genuinely most of the times you do need an extra hand, because lifting that slab off was not easy. So having Brad on site was such a blessing. He really helped me out in so many situations, and it's also way more fun being with someone else and not just alone all day. As you can see, finally the chimney was coming down. The starting bit was so difficult, but we got there in the end. This bit was a proper workout. We thought we could put the bricks through the chimney and they would fall down into the living room, but boy were we wrong. So here I am, throwing bricks off the roof, making sure I am actually not hitting the roof and destroying something else. And more importantly, not hitting someone else on their head. But I was really sore after doing this the next few days, aside from the fact that I also hit myself on the thumb with a bloody hammer. But that will happen to me any day. The chimney is ready, so now it's time for the slab to go back on top. This means I am just removing the old mortar so I can put the new mortar in place and it fits perfectly. As per usual, it does not fit perfectly. So it is possible that the chimney was slightly wider at the top, even though it was not obvious at all. Brute force it is! Let's just cut off the bottom of that pipe, and the other one we didn't actually need because the bit that sits on top completely covers the hole. And for some reason I didn't press record, so voila, all of a sudden the slab is back on top, everything is cemented back together, and everything fits perfectly.
That was another successful day. I'm just on the roof. I actually really love this. I wish I had a roof terrace somewhere I could just sit in the sun. Aside from the fact that there isn't a lot of sun all the time. But on the days that there's sun, I would like to do that. Anyway. Voila, that was what we did the other day. I got it down from out there to there. We did have some complications with it, but we worked it out in the end. I'm really happy with that. I just need to tidy up this place here because it's a bit messy what we left, but I'll do that when the scaffolding, or when there's another nice day, when the scaffolding goes down as well. Yeah, we're tidying inside now because we need to fill up the skip before Tuesday. Look at these views. This is beautiful. The weather is so good for October. I don't know how. It's brilliant. I love it.
I hope you enjoyed what we did, and hopefully I'll catch up with the content soon because I'm behind a little bit. But next episode you'll see us working on rendering and insulating those windows that we bricked up. And as you can see from this video, we'll be painting the outside of the house and making it look sexy. There are so many more exciting things to come, so please like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.